Small. Wow, tiny.
You are currently listening to Tiny Table,
where we explore TTRPGs you might not have heard of.
Whether big or small, we hope to cover them all.
Because we know that great things can come in tiny packages.
Hello and welcome to Tiny Table, where no game is too small. From rules to rolling to review, we teach RPGs so you can play too. And welcome to the first episode, second episode overall, but first episode of the narrative of our playthrough of Here, There, Be Monsters. If I can have my lovely players go around the table, introduce yourselves, the name of your character's pronouns, their background archetype, and we're going to be opening up in the haven of our heroes. So if you could each tell me a haven from your childhood, somewhere that you and your friends could go to get away from it all, away from the adults, the other kids, a place that was just your own.
Hi, I'm Holly. I will be playing Electra, she, they, the Oracle. And my childhood haven was the small woods behind my house that had a creek running through it. Me and my neighborhood friends, we'd always go there and, do all of our fun make-believe, role-play fun games, or just be in nature. Believe it or not, I was an outdoors kid.
Now captured by the microphone.
It's true.
More every year.
Yeah.
And with that, hi, I'm Skyler, and I will be playing Sylas role, a fox spirit, he, they, interchangeably. And with that, my haven. So when I was younger, I did a lot of pretend, did a lot of, stuff in the backyard. I had like different forts and things. My dad had built a couple of those mini playground sets or whatever, and those were always fun, and those would definitely come to mind. But when I think of haven, I think a bit more into my young adult life. When I actually got my first car, I had a Toyota Tacoma, and I had that car for many, many years. It was the thing that took me to anywhere that could be a haven for me, and is the place that I think of immediately when safe places come to mind.
100%, and a deeply American answer.
Yeah.
My car. Well, I don't have a car. Hi, my name is Neo, and I'll be playing Ernest J. Powell, he, him, and Seek, he, it. My haven as a child there were several nooks and crannies that existed in the sort of place I grew up in. One of them was the top of a emergency fire stairwell that existed inside the buildings. It was a completely closed off stairwell that each floor they could exit out into, and if you went past the third floor to the secret fourth floor, you would reach the top of the stairs, and it was just this empty zone. It wasn't any bigger than a closet, with a ladder that went up to the roof of the building. The roof door was always closed, but it was always kind of a cool space to hang out. There was a scary ladder that went into a dark hole that you could dare each other to climb up into. There was space on the ground, so we would often leave pillows and blankets and stuff up there, and a couple weeks later, we get an email from the, grounds person, hey, don't leave your shit up there. But it was a good place to just, escape, especially if it was raining and, we still wanted to hang out. We would, escape into this stairwell. And one time, I threw my entire Super Ball, bouncy ball collection down the flight of these stairs from the top floor in, a massive rain of chaos as well over 200 bouncy balls just cascaded down the stairs. It was awesome.
My God.
What a complete fantasy. That's incredible.
Mm-hmm. I can hear that image.
Was it everything you wanted it to be?
And more.
Beautiful.
We all got pelted to beat the shit out of these bouncy
Great time
balls.
to be at top of the stairs.
Yeah. That was me at the top.
Just watching all of your friends get bullet wounds level of bouncy ball impact.
It was awesome.
And I have been, and will continue to be your organizer, Julian. I've been kind of sniped a little bit because my childhood one was a creek that was in our neighborhood growing up that I would go to with my friends whenever we wanted to play pretend. Aww. Had like a little creek. It was like off from a fucking golf course, so it like sucked because you would like have to like get scurried with it if the adults were golfing, but it wasn't a big golf area, so it wasn't that frequent. Like you could probably get up on the green and no one would see you, and then you have a big expanse to run around on, and maybe get a talking to later from some adults about leaving shoe prints on the green because golfers don't have soles. Oh, that was a pun.
Oh, I was gonna say that was a great joke. That was a great accidental
joke.
joke.
Genuine accidental pun. That's rare.
Oh, I thought you meant that.
No,
it was good.
That surprised me. And then when I grew up, the haven for me and my buddies in high school was where we ate lunch every day, which was under the stairs. So not at the top like Unio, but our like spot. We were at the furthest most building deep into the school. The school was kind of a lineup of several large classroom buildings, most of them 2-story, and the furthest exterior most stairway of the furthest building was nice and kind of low traffic, and that was kind of our designated spot for basically all 4 years of high school, was just eating lunch under that one stairway every day. And it was only later as an adult that I realized what like a kind of iconic trope group of gay nerds eat under the stairs together is. And I think it's kind of beautiful that we found that organically by ourselves.
And you wondered which department smoked the most weed in your high school.
It wasn't my friend group. We were straight-laced losers. Ready to play?
Yeah.
Let's get into it.
You are tuned into Mox News, the one place for the truth about America. We return you now to host Jeremy Leonard.
Thank you, Stephen. Now, in other news, coming out of a recent bit of breaking news coming in from downtown, we have some unfortunate developments coming in from the Vanguard Patriot Brigade rally that we were reporting on. Seems here what's coming across my desk. All 27 attendees of the Vanguard Patriot Brigade, a historical society and free speech advocacy group that has been doing good work here in the city. All 27 attendees have been found dead at the scene. Now, we were aware, and we are currently working with police to get more information from what we're seeing on the ground, but I think we all know exactly what this is. This is the inevitable result of the kind of left-wing censorship campaigns that we have been seeing growing across our college campuses, being pushed by the mainstream media. Honestly, folks, it's a tragedy that this group of individual Americans, all wanting to demonstrate their love of history, their need to maintain advocacy for free speech, and that's around when the TV gets turned off, or at the very least flipped to a different channel as we zoom our camera out in the haven as the lot of you are gathered around the television. It's never a fun part of the job, flipping to Mox News, but it's worth it to see whatever's going down on the ground. Vanguard Patriot Brigade, as their name probably indicates, is a small neo-Nazi clutch that's been continuing along mostly in the blogosphere and centered here in the city y'all call home. The rally that happened today was one of a small enough turnout and a large enough generic liberal counter-protest that you all didn't even feel a need to attend, frankly. You kind of knew it was going to go out with a sputter and you'd catch whatever happened on the backdraft on the news. 27 dead is maybe a little surprising, especially given what's being said seems to be all 27 of them were members of the Vanguard Patriot Brigade. Of course, the fine reporters at Mox News probably wouldn't be putting forward any information of any counter-protesters who lost their lives, so might need to turn to some more unbiased news sources to learn more details. Carlos Fran, the cat person of the group who most often bogards the remote, flips off and says, "I am tired. Can we please watch something with some class?"
It doesn't matter what we'd watch, you'd complain anyway.
I know, but this isn't even fun to complain about now, is it, sweetheart?
What do you want to watch?
Oh, there's a new thing on the VH1 I've been really wanting to catch. Can we just real quick? It's gonna be on in like 20 minutes.
Yeah, sure. Palate cleanser.
Set the scene for us. What are we looking at here this morning in the Haven?
New on the VH1, a exploration in the economic evaluation of the sunk cost fallacy.
Carlos is elbow deep in the popcorn. The catnip laced popcorn.
Why did you let him choose?
Oh, I was kind of interested in this. Electra is like curled up in the beanbag that is like so sunken into the floor, like shirt over the knees, like just curled up watching.
So long as you're comfortable.
Ernest is not even paying attention. Ernest is reading a book.
I think Sylas is immediately, after seeing the news and seeing that we're not switching to a different news source, is like, gets out of their curled, comfy position on the couch, kind of does a long, cat-like stretch, paws on the floor. I'm going to do some research. And goes off to a different part of the hub to try to figure out what our numbers were like, to see if we can claim this as a victory or if we need to re-strategize. Mm-hmm. He's immediately thinking about like next steps and like next action.
Yeah. Notably, Fracture, the fork off of the larger Prism Collective, didn't have any members in active attendance here at the counter-protest. Mm-hmm. This was unlike your larger antagonism against the Watchers of the Many-Angled One, the kind of neo-Nazi cult from whence Electra has escaped and against whom you all rail in your daily and nightly efforts. This is, from your research up to this point, a pretty normie, above board is the wrong word, but just like generic and regular alt-right organization. No. These are not the magic Nazis, these are the normie Nazis. The degree to which the Watchers of the Many-Angled One even had any influence in the group is questionable. Obviously, neo-Nazi hubs like to kind of intermingle. They have a lot of shared interests. But you have not yet in your own research been able to determine the degree to which is it like a surface-level public branch of the Watchers? Is it vaguely affiliated, or are they, as far as you would know, completely disconnected?
And I think that's what Sylas wants to find out, because for him, he's still like, that's still 27 in our favor regardless. And I think as he kind of goes in, he also like goes into research the names of the individuals if they are listed, hunting, searching, just in case. There's a small part of him that's holding out hope that maybe, just maybe, but it still matters to him even if these aren't the magic casting ones. So I think he wants to find that out.
Yeah. A little perfunctory research through the morning. The news crawls in at a bit of a snail's pace. Of course, it breaks first on the various kind of right-wing blogosphere places. You sift your way through many prevailing theories of left-wing terrorism that surely has bombed these individuals or gassed them. The eventual coroner's report that starts to come out and some pictures from on the scene paints a bit of a different story. The bodies themselves are seemingly unmarked. No major signs of burning, no bullet wounds, maybe an implication of some sort of chemical attack. It's hard to tell. All of them across the board are white, of course, but in addition to that, they're especially gaunt in the photos seen, looking thin, emaciated, and pale even for kindred of their sort.
Is there a way to tell if this was magic?
You need to get some eyes on it yourself to find out. The things that are breaking out into the human blogosphere are, of course, mainly referring to the notion of a chemical attack. Notably, though, from what is seen and what is seemingly bemoaned by the Alex Joneses of the world who are posting about this first, it doesn't seem like any of the counter-protesters were harmed. They were like literally just across the street.
Good. I think, if anything,
rare W.
Yeah. I think it's weird because I think like in this moment, still in full fox form, like has a cigar and like is like is smoking it, doing this research, does like a little spit take. Finally, some good news.
When the cigar is not in Sylas's fox mouth, is he nestling it in the jaw of one of the human skulls on his necklace?
Yeah, he takes it, sets it on a necklace. It is actually the center necklace where he keeps the monk's tongue as well. It like sticks out, like rolling out of the skull from the center of the.
It's also his ashtray. He just kind of extinguishes the cigar on the mummy tongue. This dude sucks.
Electra, on one of the metal walls of the spaceship, has carved another tally mark in the corner to denote her 100th day out of the cult.
A big one.
Mm-hmm. And as she looks at the TV, does it look like these people were almost like life force was taken from them, given how like pale and emaciated they are?
Yeah, like exsanguinated, drained, like they're looking like skin and bone out there. It's more than just like, oh, their skin is bleached in some sort of chemical impact. This is looking like magic seems like a reasonable suspicion.
Guys, do you think this was some sort of fucked up ritual? Like,
I mean,
like they were like sheeps to slaughter?
it's a very likely possibility. 27 is a common sort of occult number. It comes up in a lot of texts and the like. It's pretty magical. The kind of emaciation on the bodies, I mean, that's no human means of expiry. Not to mention, if it was anything physical, it would have, rippled out into, our buddies on the ground, and not to mention any civvies or cops, which, wouldn't have been a major loss on the cop front, but it seems to be self-directed, which is not uncommon for,
Given what we know, there's no way the Prism Collective would do something this, not something so public. They don't engage in these types of affairs, and I doubt that the counter-protesters would have a caster among them, given its rarity, and they seem to be just normal individuals for the most part.
No, I don't think that anyone on our side would do some sort of like fucked up magic like this or sacrifice people.
Unless, Carlos, have you been getting up to anything crazy lately?
Carlos lolls up from his catnip popcorn. He's in the sauce at this point.
No, what I'm trying to say is, I think, what if like, I don't know, these are small fries. What if they're a fracture group of some sort of larger group to, I don't know, make us look bad or empower this larger group in some way?
By killing 27 of their own members?
These are fucked up people.
Are you suggesting that maybe this might be the influence of something bigger? A many-angled one group? Yeah?
I mean, yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised, they're always they're on these internet forums. These might be civilians or low levels, but they're being influenced by these, like undercover types.
And I could just be seeing things where there's nothing. It's just, why do you only show up to a protest with 27 people?
Yeah, it's kind of a small collective.
And then you all die, and you look exsanguinated, or whatever the word is, and no one else is harmed. That's kind of a win-win. You make the other side look bad, and then you become batteries for something fucked up.
Maybe we should go scope out the scene, huh? See if we can't find something material to look at.
Magic always has a cost. If it was something done, we can at least source its traces.
Mm-hmm.
Before we do, Sylas is gonna go off. I would like to see if I can find Dr. Francis Steen.
Mm-hmm. Francis is near the back of the vessel and is currently at work on some experiment or another.
Dr. Steen, sorry to encroach upon your work. Are you free?
Yes.
We might be sending a small group out into the field, but checks around, make sure no one's listening. This Electra's 100th day. Baking is like a science, right?
Yes.
Do you think maybe we could whip something up for our return? We're just gonna be doing a bit of observation, shouldn't be dangerous, and it'd be nice for them to come back to something.
He starts to rummage around a little in the cabinet and pulls out a truly abysmal-looking sourdough starter
Something that won't hurt them.
and says, "Oh, it won't. This can be reanimated." Puts on his goggles, gives a snaggletooth smile, and says, "I'll get right to work."
He, as I turn, as Sylas turns, he shifts into human form just so he can pull out a phone and try to Google bakeries on the route to our destination, just in case.
Just in case. Some celebration sourdough. Nothing more like a classical sweet treat. Y'all are heading out to the scene of the event?
Yeah.
Gotcha. You head outwards. It is, at the time of y'all's arrival, completely bounded up in police yellow tape. There are a variety of pigs on the scene already kind of scoping it out, doing exactly what you would imagine the police to be doing. Kind of idly milling around and like
On their
kicking
phones.
cans and playing Candy Crush. Just enough for them to be there and dissuade others from arriving.
Of note, Electra is wearing like one of those like tactical masks that that cover like her nose down, like is wearing like a face mask to cover a good amount of herself.
Smart stuff. I'm assuming Sylas is here in his human form.
Yeah, would have come in human form.
And Ernest is here in his nerd form.
Hell yeah.
Beautiful.
I think, given that there's so much on the scene, I think I want to start this off by trying to cast a little magic. I wonder if there is a way that I could make the three of us, ideally at least one of us, but he's going to aim for all three. If I could somehow use Void to make it to where, like, our bodies are devoid or voiding light in such a way that it does not reflect off of us, and therefore we are effectively like transparent or invisible.
Interesting. Little read to the audience of exactly the nature of how we adjudicate magic words. Might be a little reminiscent of Broke Wizards in a few ways. If you cast a spell that uses one of the words in a significant way, roll a d6 for each word used and keep the highest result, giving you the outcome of the spell. Remind us what your three magic words are.
My three magic words are fire, void, and change.
Okay. And it says, be creative about how you use your magic words. Puns are not only allowed but encouraged. Magic likes wordplay for some reason. And then magic beyond the magic words involves bartering and gambling with stuff you put on the line. But so here, speak us aloud your magic spell.
In what way? Like, just like when you say speak aloud?
It says be creative about how you use your magic words.
Oh, okay.
And can you manage to incorporate more than one? Because the more you get in, the more you're...
Okay.
more you got.
Yeah, in that case, I'll try for at least two. I would like to invoke void, to invoke darkness and emptiness to enshroud us, giving us the protection of shadow and the emptiness of light, changing ourselves from visible to invisible.
So that we may avoid detection.
Ooh.
There you go. I like it. All right, so roll 2 dice. You've incorporated void and change.
Ooh, good. One of those is a 6.
Amazing. A 6 means an awesome success and an extra positive effect. Light around you begins to warp and refract as, for a moment, the light of the sun above, it's maybe like 10 a.m. at this point, is kind of suffusing into and through the pores of your skin, past your flesh and into your bones, as you are made one with the visible light spectrum around you. It is as though you are but pass-through mirrors, things that these cops might be more familiar with if they spent any amount of time actually doing their jobs.
I think the way that, at least in my human form, that this magic is cast is that Sylas goes, Electra used to stand close. Kong, kong, and he knocks the his cane with the skull atop it onto the ground twice, and a sort of dark, like, black flame shoots from it envelops us in shadow. And am I allowed to choose the extra positive effect?
I had one in mind that might be helpful for progressing the scene, if that's all right.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm going to say that as you are kind of incorporating into the light spectrum, the visible light spectrum for yourselves broadens, and you can see things like ultraviolet and infrared light beyond the scope of what is normal, which may prove helpful in the scene to come.
Amazing. Absolutely. With that, I think it is just a sort of stroll. I think actually as soon as I feel confident that we're invisible, right back to wolf form.
Beautiful.
He wants to. He tries to spend as much time in human form as little as possible. So, kind of ducks under the tape.
Sorry, you said that in the weirdest way. I tried to spend the most
spend as much time in human form
as little as possible.
He's a fox. He's a trickster spirit. He's got to keep us on our toes.
I'm sorry. I had to share a look with Julie and I'm being like, what? Like, it made sense, but it was like...
Using words in creative, it just feels awful.
Yeah.
Bounding over the police tape as Ernest and Electra kind of scuttle under. All three of you make your way invisiblest onto the scene of the. You don't even need to call it a crime, really. I mean, it was kind of based, really.
The scene.
The scene, yeah. And notice two things that had prior evaded your watchful eyes. Three things, actually. Thing the first, there are, like, outlines of all of the bodies on the ground from a distance that had looked to maybe be the work of the police, but on closer inspection, these are not chalk outlines in white illustrated by hand. These are, like, color negative blast marks, like the imprint left against a wall when an item has a like thermo grenade go off in front of it, only white instead of black like soot. Kind of void marked, ironically, around where each of these bodies landed on the ground, with extra kind of highlighted imprints around what seems to have been their standing shoe positions before they fell. Secondarily, you see as well, kind of vaguely simmering in the ultraviolet spectrum, a series of runic inscriptions, Nordic, of course, that have been inscribed all around in a series of internesting triangles that cover the scope of the space. You see, mapping quite easily, that the positionality of each of the 27 bodies, though difficult to ascertain patterns alone, map to both angles of the triangles independently and intersection points of the various triangles on this grid of runes, each one standing at a precise point when they all went down. And thirdly, there is an infrared line currently, slowly, scanning its way across the length and breadth of the scene. It's kind of far off to your right at the moment. It runs from one end of the police tape all the way to the other, and it's getting closer.
Fuck.
Kids, stand back. This seems like a bad omen. Do not let the light touch you.
Yeah.
The light itself runs end to end of the space within which you already occupy, and it's gaining ground quickly. I want to know what you all are doing to get out of its incoming rush.
Is there a source, like, we could see it projecting from? You know, like, if you trail a laser, you can see where it's coming from. Is there a source point?
Yes, it is coming up from what looks to be a building off in the distance beyond the perimeter of the scene.
Well, first, I think I'm just gonna get out of the way.
Same.
Just gonna hop out of the sight.
I think just backs up out of the sight and gives it like maybe 5 feet, see if it's gonna go past the perimeter or if it just sweeps back in like another scan, like if it's just going back and forth, if it's a once over, if it's trying to go beyond the scene, like the police tape and just like into the ever expanse beyond.
Mm-hmm. This is coming at you all pretty fast, and I want there to be a bit of tension here.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If you try to do something with potentially dangerous or uncertain outcomes, or if the stakes are just too high, you commit to the roll. So, do any of you have relevant tags for getting out of the way of this incoming beam, this scanner?
I'm good at disappearing into a crowd.
Fantastic.
I have the skill clamber.
Clamber, I love it.
Maybe I'll use that to clamber up and above a fence quickly.
Yes, you could get up a light pole.
Great. I'm clambering.
I don't know if I have. I mean, I'm a watchful guardian. Maybe I was observing it with enough time to react. That one's a bit more of a stretch.
Bit of a stretch. I think Gil will just be 2d6.
Yeah, that's fair.
Right.
It's pretty good.
I got 10.
10.
11.
11.
13.
Woo!
13. How?
Wow.
Six.
Two highest.
Take your 2 highest.
Oh, 10.
10. Woo! Fantastic.
I love the moment we were like, what? Wait.
That's crazy.
13 on 2d6. It's incredible.
I'm rolling hot.
This is the best you've ever rolled, Neo. That's crazy.
Break the curve. Fantastic. You all kind of scatter in different directions. The fox bounding back in the direction from whence he came. The antiquarian rotating his head backwards as he frantically scuttles up a lamp post.
Boy, we gotta get out of here right now.
And Electra, seeing what's coming and rushing into the only crowd available, which is the cops, but you're invisible.
Yeah.
So you kind of just squeeze your way in between them. You all got above a 10, meaning you all did good, and you get to tell us how you did it. So you're all fair and out of the way. So maintain narrative control and go from here.
Yeah, I guess we will watch as the infrared light goes through. Can we see each other?
I think, well, yeah, because we've established this has expanded your own sight. So sure, yeah.
Electra will kind of make hand signals kind of like towards where the infrared light and like kind of like do like a thumbs up, thumbs down. Like, do we want to head over there?
I think you see Seek, like, getting excited, like,
Right, I'm gonna sneak up right behind him when you can't see me when I'm all see-through like this. I'll see you chuds later.
and just the weirdest, scrambling and
my
like
God.
weird fences and up the drain pipe backwards and all.
Am I right in
creepy stuff.
assuming you are climbing the exterior of the building?
Oh yeah, Spider-Man style.
Awesome.
Just like a weird human backwards beetle man.
So Seek's clambering the building. What are the
The building
remainder of
to
you
where
two?
the red infrared is coming from.
Yep.
Yeah, because we can observe the ground
It's
later.
coming from a window on the top floor.
Electra with Sylas, if they allow, will kind of rush over there. What kind of building is it? Like, what is the
It's like an office building.
Oh, okay, cool.
I think seeing that kind of sighs, but goes, I must admit, Seek is certainly one for initiative. And once we get out, he'll pull you onto him in fox form and will give us a little extra speed that direction. Seek, I imagine, is probably very fast, surprisingly.
Seek definitely makes it up first, but you're kind of following hot on his lack of tail, yes?
Yes,
When
yes.
we get there, Electra will take a moment to try to, like, listen in and see if there's, like, a man going in for an office building to kind of, like, use those, like, details to get her and Sylas in.
You're also still invisible.
Oh. Cool, I didn't know how long that lasted.
A little longer. Long enough to be helpful.
Cool, we'll try to disappear into the elevator. Like, we'll try to go in with a crowd and get into the elevator.
Nice. So you are invisibly navigating your way through the interior of the building while Seek beelines it up the side of the wall. Perfect. Seek, that means you make it up nice and easily first. Making it up to the side of the building, you are Spider-Manning off the wall and peering in through the window as you see positioned up in the window from behind a little, like, drop setup facade that is painted seemingly to look like the interior of an empty office room. There is a small hole in this like cardboard cutout in front of the building with a little hole from whence emanates a small like laser pointer looking black object that is kind of pivoting back and forth and is scanning the full length and breadth of the scene of the happening.
Hello. What's all this then?
Seek thinks to himself. Ooh, I'm gonna don the appraiser's spectacles in Seek form and get a little, perhaps, information on the pointer itself, right? Something I'm seeing.
You take a little look at the pointer. This was manufactured at a government black site in the year Redacted, and it is currently in the possession of Redacted, and you don't have a high enough U.S. government clearance level to know about this.
Bloody stupid glasses.
And as you scan it, you see the pointer itself kind of freeze where it is and quickly draw back inside.
All right, guess we're going in the hard way.
I shunt the window open and Seek hopefully kips into the window in a way that knocks the cardboard standee back onto whoever is behind it.
100%. They've had just enough forewarning that they were being observed that they could scuttle backwards out of the way and not be crushed, but you land, slamming the cardboard down, and see the rapidly backpedaling and fumbling for her gun shape of a man in black looking lady. Black shades, blonde hair pulled back in a high pony, classic black suit, black tie, white shirt. You land right as the invisibility is starting to wear off for you as you kind of commit to action.
All right.
And land in the room. She sees you, and you see Agent S. It's been a while. She kind of drops her glasses a little bit and she says, Powell, right?
Well, that's certainly who's driving the bus now, isn't it?
Oh,
Hello, love.
I didn't notice the rest of you. Can I talk to the guy in charge?
I would rather think I'm in charge, but I suppose if you want to talk to the nerd, you're welcome to.
Oh my God! Where? What? Hello, Agent S. How you doing?
As the player who's busted into the room, when was the last time you ran into Agent S of the Bureau? She's the agent of the Bureau who is kind of the person on point in your small city. Your gang, both the Prism Collective broadly and Fracture in fewer instances, have come across the Bureau from time to time. They're the wing of the government that actually seems to know about all of the supernatural goings-on behind the scenes. They've been antagonists before, occasionally grudging allies. In large part, you tend to leave each other alone.
I think it was when she confiscated an artifact that we were both kind of in on. We were kind of going for it together. We were sort of helping each other out, sort of not. Mm-hmm. And finally, they were the ones who finally got their hands on it. And they were like, it's too dangerous to be in the hands of the public.
Mm-hmm. Ark of the Covenant goes in the government warehouse, never to be seen again.
Yep.
Classic.
And I'm like, we could have learned stuff from that book. And they're like, it's staying closed.
Well, Agent S, I really hope that that last tome has been useful to you. Is it collecting dust somewhere in some big box?
Please, there's no dust in our facilities.
Oh, of course. Yeah, everything you do is so spick and span, meticulous, scrubbed clean.
She looks down at the kind of crumpled up looking cardboard facade that you are standing on top of. She says, budget cuts recently.
Oh, well, shocker. Good to see ya.
Thank you.
You pick up anything good out there? You know, any good clues? What's that little dinghy there? I mean, my glasses really couldn't get a grok on it.
Classic scanner. It's the glasses that you were using, I see. Okay, cute. Glad you did. I would have gotten crushed under that otherwise.
Huh?
She kind of tucks it behind her ear and takes a look back at you and she says, what's got you over here? You weren't the ones who did this, were you?
No. Why would we return to the crime scene? That's what...
Famously, that never happens.
Oh, not at all. No, I wish, this was our work. We could have really been good for our press. But no, this is just our own investigation of the circumstances here.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was imagining as well. That kind of runic symbology, that's not really y'all's bag. You're more of a circle type, aren't you?
Well, you can't beat the classics.
It's around this time that the other two of you barge into the room, your invisibility similarly wearing off as you come into view.
Oh, I should have fucking known.
Been a little, Ro. How have you been?
Doing fine. Sindri. I'll get it one of these days.
You don't even know if you already have.
You wouldn't tell me anyway.
No.
Anything good?
Figure I've seen all the same stuff as you have at this point. Scan on the ground shows a pretty large triangular setup. I'm wondering if there's some sort of larger ritual from the angled folks.
Yeah, these were just pawns being played with. We're just curious about how. And why, of course.
The why is kind of always the same with them now, isn't it?
It's true.
I'm more wondering what actually happened, you know? I'm seeing 27 dead and not a whole lot different in the city other than losing them, which, if you want to sacrifice a pawn, you want to do it for something, right? I'm wondering if something went wrong.
I mean, aren't your agents the one influencing the folks online on the forums? Isn't that your work? So you tell me.
Not necessarily.
Not this time.
Not this time.
Well, these guys were probably just one of their cells and some weird, fucked up ritualistic to the many-angled one.
I mean, you're the one who'd know best. What do you imagine would even be the goal in all this? I'm seeing 27 dead Nazis and not a whole lot else.
Power? To transcend?
Magic oftentimes requires sacrifice. 27 of your own, that's not inconsequential.
This is not their own. This is some stupid fringe group. I mean...
You definitely said fringe. I heard French, and I was like, oh.
Oui, oui!
Oui,
French Nazi!
I fucking hate the French.
I mean...
Thank you, Seek.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
Can we have him back?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks.
Where are we?
I mean... They're trying to summon him. You can't summon a god without sacrifice.
They've been trying to summon this same guy for fucking aeons and it's never worked. I don't know what would make this any different.
Well, new developments are always being made on the mathematical, numerological front for the occult, so, it's really more like a science. This is really just another, an experiment, maybe. We should all, keep our ears and eyes on the ground.
The methodology is certainly different.
Yeah.
I don't recognize this white, shadowy...
You'd know better than I would, Ro. Magic, you were talking about magic having a cost, right?
Oftentimes.
Only has a cost if something happens, right?
Maybe so.
Most oftentimes, yes.
Question for me is, and that's what I'm going to need to get back to my... And she kind of casts a glance over at Ernest. She says, I've got my own pet nerd at home who I'm going to have crunch the numbers on these runes, but if you get anything first, let my people know, and maybe we can be of some help to each other.
Oh, clocking out already? It's not even 5. He gestures at the fake office space.
You're cute, Ro.
I know.
Be seeing you all. And she pulls out a tiny little tablet from inside of her breast pocket, throws it at the ground. There's a puff of smoke, and then you hear the sound of the door opening and closing as she walks out.
We can still see you. We have
I know.
Pet nerd. Why? I never.
I do not think kindly of the term pet used so loosely. Ugh.
It's really just insensitive.
I heard that your little eye trick didn't work so well with Sally's doohickey, but do you think it'll work better down there now that we're not being watched?
You do have a good high-up view of it here.
Yeah, I mean, let's take a look. I mean, listen, sometimes, if it ain't Baroque, don't fix it, right? All right, yeah.
The magic itself has faded to large part, so I think there will be a bit of a roll here to see how well you're still able to, from this distance, make out those faint glimmers of the ultraviolet with your becoming magical again eyes through the spectacles.
Okay.
Any relevant rolls? Any relevant tags?
I guess that's the appraiser's spectacles, and then just...
That's just you. That's you using them, but like anything to help with the ability to like maintain the magic and keep your memory of what you saw on the ground before you had to flee.
I've got an idea.
And the curio chest opens up, which is Ernest's front chest. There's a reason why Ernest wears a vest and not a sweater vest, because it needs to be pried open.
Along with his chest cavity.
Out comes a pair of opera glasses.
Of course.
With the little handle and everything.
I
That's so
love
funny.
it. In front of the spectacles. All right, roll that 3d6. That's cute.
Yeah.
Last time I used these, I was visiting a play. I think there was a gunshot in the background. Don't remember much after that.
That's 6.
6. You take a view through the spectacles and through the appraiser's eyeglasses as you go.
Oh man, failure.
Yeah,
And disastrous or unexpected consequences on a 2D. This is a system that is built to destroy me.
But yes, so you take a peer down, and you are still able to see the runes through the spectacles to a degree. They're fading from your vision as the magic itself is dithering out from your body. But as you look at them and begin to appraise them, the spectacles start to kind of like press inwards on your temples and into the front of the opera glasses, pressing the glasses themselves into your eyes as some grim geometry seems to take its own fell effect on your magical curios. You feel this pressure digging into your head, and you have to really actually take both hands and wrench the opera glasses forward to stop them from punching your eyes out of your head. And they fall to the ground and shatter. The opera glasses do. The spectacles fall, and they get kind of bent. I'm going to say that you do need to make a roll to see if they get depleted. Roll me a d6.
6.
They are going to need to get fixed up until you can use them again. And you gain the condition short-sighted. You're going to have difficulty seeing things in the distance until you have some work done on your eyes, be it magical or medical.
You okay, Ernest?
Yeah, Sylas immediately rushes up to you in case you need to be caught, seeing that you stumble with this.
As you take a look at Ernest's face, even though the opera glasses themselves had circular rims, the indents around Ernest's eyes are both triangles, one facing upwards, the other downwards.
Or to make a statement on behalf of my other side here. Oh, my glasses. Oh, I can't see anything without my glasses.
Ow! Ow! God, I really wish that I didn't black out every day. Why do my eyes hurt? Ow! I can't see
you had
anything.
nubs.
Ow! Am I blinded? No, I just can't. Oh God. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to get out the old pair.
And I just bring out a pair of non-magical reading glasses that are cracked.
Well, I guess this will have to do for now.
All right, now that the immediate danger is gone, can we go back to the scene? Well, fuck, we used up our magic. I
can always try again.
I just realized that. So when they're doing these rituals, they're trying to bring the many-angled one here. They're trying to bring Aboth here. Because, they believe that somewhere his dimension is above and below. So I could flash my flashlight in the area and see if there is anything, if there's anything there.
Remind me what it is your flashlight does.
My flashlight allows me to see otherworldly creatures, spirits, demons, and other immaterial beings.
Okay. Totally possible. You'd probably need a clear line from the cops, though. The light of your flashlight is not the government military-grade laser being used by Agent S. You'd need to be pretty close to get whatever you're aiming at in the light.
That's why she was saying, we could try to go back.
Yeah, wait till nightfall or something like that?
Yeah.
Makes sense. Back to the Haven until then? Or anywhere you want to go in between?
Well, I'd like to, go to the library for some classic mathematical triangulation. You know what, with these triangles I have burned into my fucking face. Excuse my language.
We can have Steen look at them for you.
Oh, yeah, that'd be swell. Hopefully it won't sew in new eyeballs.
He might turn them into squares.
Oh, wouldn't that be a treat?
So you're heading back to get trained by Steen. You'll all head back, or at least Electra will head back at nightfall to do some spirit identification. And anything you want to do, Sylas?
Sylas is going to make a quick pit stop before going back to the Haven to get, some cupcakes. And as he goes to pay, he's like, I don't need a credit card, right? Cash is okay?
Yeah, cash is fine.
All right, one moment. And he pulls out, he pays for $20 worth of cupcakes in all quarters.
Oh,
dude.
It is what I have. It's pre-counted. They're in rolls. Each one of these is this is $1.
Oh my god, these fox.
Okay. As the gas station employee who is not making enough to have this be worth their time.
They sell cupcakes at the gas station?
Yeah, like really shitty ones.
Yeah, it's
That you pay for in quarters.
Yeah, it's not just quarters. It's actually some of them are rolls of pennies, some of them are nickels, some of them are dimes.
Some of them are half pennies from back in your day when they still made those.
He tries not to use those ones. He puts
Do
those
you
back.
swipe the money off Shinto shrines?
No, you'll see. That is very funny.
That will be so good.
That is actually very
He's
funny.
like, it's literally for me.
Yeah. Literally for me.
Amazing.
And then as he goes, he carries a little purse on him, and he just puts his hand in there, and I would like to cast using change to refill my wallet using my word for it.
Fuck off. Roll a d6.
What word are you using?
Change.
Oh.
Fucking stupid.
It's a 4.
It's
you get exactly what you want. I get about $20 back in change.
Oh my god.
Well, the magic
so
loved that.
funny. I love that. That's so classic Fox spirit. That's great. Yeah. It's later that night at the Haven. I'm assuming maybe a celebration on 100 days out before the return to the scene of the crime.
I think there's something spicy if I go to the scene of the crime and then come back.
Okay, totally. You're out. They're making preparations to kind of surprise you when you return. Does that sound fair to y'all?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Sylas, you're doing various kind of shopping around town, running the change to get the streamers and balloons and cupcakes and the like.
Sylas buys everything. He buys nothing in bulk. It's all like small single purchases. So he's going to the reason it takes him so long and you can do this whole expedition is he's going to 30 different locations to just buy a few balloons, a single individual cupcakes, because he has to pay for it all in small change.
When you're back at the Haven, Ernest, you've got enough time there to get patched up by Dr. Steen, so you can remove your short-sighted condition.
Great.
But the antiquarian spectacles are still expended and will be until you are able to get those fixed by someone who has got antique repair proficiencies, which is a little outside of Francis Steen's more biological interests.
Yeah, I really would not like my stuff to be touched by a non-expert. No offense, doctor. Master, PhD. Because he never finished his doctorate.
True, I have to remember that.
Yeah, because that's what happened to him.
You have to remember the monster finished his doctorate.
For him, so he didn't get the credit for him, and he was accused of plagiarizing, and that's why they burned down his castle.
True.
Real.
I was there.
I think during some extra downtime while my eyeballs are cooling off, I really want to do research of relevant ley lines of that kind of mapped area. I want to look at some local maps of the area and see if I can't find any geometric kind of connections, right?
Oh, or maybe in the history, maybe if there was another attack that happened a while ago that maybe we just breezed by that might be connected as well.
I'm going to say the research desire checked in my head, and we'll get to that in a moment. Chronologically, it's going to take a majority of your day to just get patched up. That's kind of your narrative punishment for the bad roll.
Okay.
But we will get to your research with possibly a little more information shortly.
Great.
We'll have someone coming back with a little more interest.
Very awesome.
More than one, in fact, because arriving back shortly before Electra returns to the scene, and we will get to Electra's place at the scene very shortly. Lucy Luz, the medium and good friend of Electra, who you've all been kind of curious as to where she's been. You expected she'd have a pretty heavy hand on the ball for this celebration. She's been out for a good several hours. She arrives back to the Haven looking quite distressed. And she says, guys, where's Electra?
Electra's out investigating, I think, back at the scene.
Oh my god, wait, is she alone? Did anyone go with her?
Wait, I thought that she was going to take Carlos with her. She didn't take Carlos?
Somebody called for me, and you see Carlos kind of like mule his way out of a cat bed.
What even is your purpose here, Carlos?
I am an intellectual, and I'm the one who gets it. It's not important. Lucy, what's wrong? And Lucy turns back. She says, I was going to. It's my grandma's birthday, and I was going to, put some flowers on her grave. So I was there to, pay my respects like I do every year. And guys, her grave is dug up.
Whoa.
Oh. Yeah, and there was a bird, a little kind of spirit bird, kind of floats up over her shoulder and drops a little Polaroid on the ground. You see a little black and white image of her grandma's tombstone with a crudely carved swastika carved into it. Lucy's grandmother was a witch back in the day before she passed. And she's been laid to rest in the local cemetery for many years.
Fucking necrononcies.
If this is happening now, like I looked at the dirt and it seemed like it was pretty freshly exhumed. Like if they're out and about, we can't let her get out alone.
Okay, you've not done this before. This is going to seem quite weird. All right, on three, we're going to Lady in the Tramp this tongue.
Oh, jeez. What?
1, 2, 3. and I'll use my monk's tongue, both of us biting it on other ends and licking it to teleport us back to the scene.
Okay, that's an active use, so roll me a d6 to see if it's depleted.
5.
It's depleted. That's your one use of the teleport. You shoot onto the scene, cutting us to Electra, who is just arriving. Electra will cut rolling back in time just slightly as you are coming into the scene. You're arriving. It's the cops' police tape is still up, but there aren't any cops still present on the scene. None of them who wanted to stick around. It's much more comfortable to play Candy Crush in bed. You're arriving with your flashlight, yes?
Yes.
And you're here to investigate like the kind of areas of the triangles on the ground.
Yeah.
You can't see the triangles anymore, but you have a decent memory of kind of their placement throughout the space. So you'll be kind of scanning along the totality of the area. And as you do, you flick on the flashlight. Read me again the definition of your artifact.
Happy to do so. A flashlight that allows you to see otherworldly creatures, spirits, demons, and other immaterial beings.
You flick on the flashlight, and as you do, you see a scan over the scene, and while the flashlight itself seems to conjure up faint whispers of the remnants of the runes, more just refractions of the dust in the air above them, you do see something in the distant center of this nesting of triangles. Fittingly, another triangle, but this one poking upwards from the ground, just barely. A small little conical pyramid, black with red lines along its angular exterior. And as you see it, it is vaguely vibrating, and you feel your whole body start to seize up as a vision begins to overtake you. You see a kind of projection forward as a familiar face to you, the face of Joseph Lambert, head ritualist of the cult you escaped 100 days hence, is berating one of his top cult lieutenants and spouting in a comically German accented scrawl against his peer. You know Joseph is from the Midwest. You know, like, by ancestry, he's mostly British and like Dutch and whatever, but he's a LARPer, as all of them are. What do you mean you committed to the ritual before we had the texts? You think we could just lay these out 3 to the power of 3 for nothing? Now I need to get 27 more, and we need to go back, and then we're going to need to pivot it. I'm going to have to do the calculations just to ensure that... Hello, Roos. Funny seeing you here. As Joseph Lambert looks directly into your oracular eye, Sylas and Ernest, you arrive to the scene as you see Electra fall to the ground, shaking in a seizure. And that is where we're going to pick up on the next episode of Tiny Table.
I'm gonna roll a d6 to see if I even remember it afterwards. I recall it as mysterious metaphors to be deciphered.
Stay tuned for that.
Hi, and thank you for listening to our podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, then we'd really appreciate if you left us a review. If you really like what we do here and want to support us further, you can join us at patreon.com/tinytablepodcast. Our business email is also open for inquiries at tinytablebusiness@gmail.com, and all of our socials can be found in the episode description for any shenanigans you might want to follow. Till next time, see ya!
Welcome to the Shoutout Corner. This week, I've been obsessed with a little game called Uma Musume. It's a gacha horse racing game. So I thought horse girls are adjacent enough to monsters. You're getting horse facts this week. So here we go. Drake, you've been assigned Agnes Tachyon, who only ran 4 races before retiring, but won every single one. Next up is going to be Iji, who has Haru Urara. Unlike Agnes, they ran 113 different races, but never won a single time. RIP. Next, Jade. You've been assigned Goldship, who is famous for trying to jump a gate early race, causing a late start and a devastating defeat in what is now sort of infamously known as the 12 billion yen incident. I'll let you figure out the rest from there. Jordan. I'm giving you Oguri Cap, who was called the Idol Horse and caused the second bloom of horse racing in Japan during the Heisei era. Cly, you've got Mejiro McQueen, whose lineage for 3 generations has won the famous Tenno Sho despite starting their career a year later than average. Logan, you've got Tokai Teo, who is not only an undefeated Double Crown winner, but also won the illustrious Ari McKinnon despite 3 separate leg injuries the previous year. Matthew, I've got you with Symboli Rudolph, who is the father of Tokai Teo and the 4th ever Triple Crown winner. They won 7 G1 events in total, which broke the record previously established by Shinzan. Nancy, you're getting Special Week, who wasn't only just a strong horse born in what is known as the golden age of racing, but who also became a great stud horse whose children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren have all won G1 events. Pleasure Goblin, you're racing with Silence Suzuka, who struggled in their early career until it was discovered that the horse was better suited as a front runner, eventually becoming known as legendary within the strategy. Sparky, you've got Daiwa Scarlet, who not only won 4 G1 events, but who also never placed lower than 2nd during her whole career. Stefan, you've got Rice Shower, who is nicknamed the Black Assassin due to stopping famous rival Mihono Bourbon's pursuit of the Triple Crown, as well as Mejiro McQueen's streak of wins at the Tenno Sho. Tammy, you have Mihono Bourbon, who is nicknamed the Cyborg for their consistency and precision while running. This legendary horse won a Double Crown and nearly earned a triple if it weren't for the previous entry. The first 4 notes of Megalovania, I'm giving you Maruzensky, who was a legendary horse nicknamed the Supercar on account of their blistering and overwhelming speed. However, a foreign-bred horse restriction somewhat limited their ability to attend many of the larger races. And thy Dungeon Gal, you've got Vodka, a rival to Daiwa Scarlet, who shared the title of Greatest Mares in 2007. She won 7 G1 events, placing her at the top alongside Symboli Rudolph and Kita-san Black. So with that, I gotta get back to pulling for more SSRs. I'm gonna do a few races, and we'll see you next week. Ta-ta!